Hello and welcome back. This is an orange pop and birthday cake consumer safety broadcast. Oh, hang on. I think I might have the wrong t-shirt on. There. That's much better. Today we're going to talk about online distance seller Zavvi.com.
Zavvi are cunties, Zavvi are cunties.
You may recall I spoke to you last time about how online seller Zavvi.com are the worst kind of greedy, disrespectful scum you ever have the misfortune to encounter. We've talked briefly about how they routinely breach trading standards legislation, screw over their customers, allow their customer relations employees to harass people by telephone, and then don't respond to complaints. And that's not all they do. They also allow their customer relations employees to commit data theft and misuse and unlawfully retain your personal information for non-business purposes. On top of that, they also try to have you arrested if you blog negatively about their company online. Allow me to share with you the beginning of my own story. In the year up to 2014, I'd been a rather prolific Zavvi customer. I'd ordered or pre-ordered about 40 Steelbooks at that point, including this one. Now, it hadn't exactly been an easy relationship up to that point, as some of my items were never received and others were damaged. When dealing with Zavvi.com's customer relations team, I found them to be rather intractable and unhelpful and very slow to sort out compensation or replacement items. It was before I moved house in 2014 that I contacted Zavvi.com in order to give them ample time to sort out new address details for my existing pre-orders, of which there were several. At this point, a female employee, a customer relations team leader, whose name I can't mention due to legal reasons, contacted me to advise me that they could not amend my address details on their system and that I would have to travel back to my previous home in order to collect the items when they were delivered. Naturally, I found this most unacceptable, as most companies, like Amazon, will happily change your address details if you move house and have existing pre-orders. As you can see from this screenshot of my pre-order with Zavvi.com, they often expect you to order an item up to 12 months in advance. You can see that the estimated dispatch date of this Steelbook that I ordered in May was actually December. As this is a very long amount of time to wait for an item to be dispatched, many things can happen in people's lives in the duration, including things like moving house. In instances like my own, where customers have many pre-orders and then need to change the address for dispatch, Zavvi.com remain unhelpful and unwilling to change address deals on orders. This often means that you won't be able to get items you pre-ordered months ago because by that time they've sold out. As she gave fraud prevention as the reason for why they don't amend addresses on existing pre-orders, I suggested to her that they send all items to my card or billing address, as therefore that would eliminate the possibility of fraud. The female customer relations team leader was unprepared to do this, and so the only option I had left was to cancel all of my existing pre-orders. This extremely unhelpful customer relations team leader was not prepared to help me in any way, and so all of my existing pre-orders were cancelled, and I was not able to reorder them as they had sold out. Worse still, when I asked, she advised me that all my unsold units were automatically allocated to other customers in the queue who had tried to order the items after I did. This basically just rubbed salt into the wounds, and therefore I was forced to terminate my discourse with this woman and go above her head. After several weeks of formal complaint letters directed to the company CEO's offices and also to Zavvi management, I received nothing in response. Not a single word. Because of this, I found it wholly appropriate to blog negatively about my experiences with this company and also leave negative reviews online. Shortly after posting a negative review on the website Trustpilot, I was contacted again by the female customer relations team leader, and this time it was to warn me that if I did not accept the decision to cancel all my pre-orders, then my account would be closed. Since I'd never encountered a company before that threatened to close a customer account if they had cause for complaint, I decided to do a little research about Zavvi.com. What I discovered was that they had many disgruntled and unsatisfied former customers, and that my case was certainly not in isolation. I also discovered quite a lot of other things about the company, but more about that later. You might also be wondering, what's significant about this t-shirt and this amusing acronym? Well, to find out more about that, and why the CPS thought it was a good reason to try and have me prosecuted, tune in to the next infomercial. Would you like to know more?